Coach, 57-54 final tonight. Can we have an opening statement?
Proud of our team tonight. Beat a very good basketball team in Santa Clara. Got a lot of respect for Coach Herb and their program. I thought it was a great response by our group. Obviously, we missed the Pepperdine game, so we ended up having a week here. But we've been in a gauntlet, and our kids really responded tonight. I was proud of our defensive effort and how we sustained that throughout the game against arguably the best offensive team, or one of the best offensive teams in our league, and one of the better offensive teams in the country. Tremendous group effort. I thought our bench, Jan, MJ, and Aaron really gave us a great spark. I think those guys had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and I think just 2 turnovers, a couple of assists. Those guys were huge. And then down the stretch, Rick's defense on the big fella, I thought was great. And then we had some pretty good individual perimeter defense as well, and we were able to get the win. But great win in this league. Like I said, our league is as good as it's been since I've been here. And the more we go through it, the more I know that's true. So every win is precious, and happy we got this one.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open it up to questions.
Team identity, if you found it, this is who you are. It may not be pretty, but this is the will to win, the defense, and those kind of things. You found that?
Yeah, I really think our guys have really tried to play defense this year at a high level. I think we've been a pretty good defensive team. I think sometimes our offense has failed us, and but for the most part, our guys have really defended. And that's who we have to be. We tell them all the time, 48's enough, 51's enough, 57's enough. And tonight, 57 was enough. Coming this week, we told our group this was a gotta-have-it moment. Not just getting the game, but we needed your best. We needed their best in practice. We needed their best in walkthroughs. We needed their best in specific instances in the game. It was a gotta-have-it moment, and I thought our guys really responded, especially on the defensive end.
Is this one of those games you just throw the numbers out because there are things that don't show up that you can't quantify if you were to explain this game to somebody? We saw it, but if you just looked at the score sheet, you wouldn't understand like what McBride does. It doesn't show up on the numbers.
There's a lot of things that happened tonight, I think, that won't show up on the stat sheet. But the effort, the physicality, those 2 things were special, and I thought we were extremely connected. The other thing, again, I thought we had some good looks, some good shots. They didn't go in, but the thing I loved the most, we never wavered. Our guys kept punching, kept fighting, kept believing, and that's what you got to do to win in this league.
Coach, what do you attribute the defensive connectedness, the game plan, preparation, the KYB? What do you attribute that defensive execution to?
I just think year-long habits. I think as the year is going on, our defense is getting stronger. As the year goes on, I think we get more buy-in that way. I think our guys understand that for us to be a very good team, we have to win on the defensive end because our offense is in and out a little bit. But again, on a night where, Javon, I don't think he scored in the first half. Will didn't score in the game, and you still find a way to win. We'll take it. I thought Javon in the second half was a lot more aggressive, made some shots, but, we'll take it. The other guy, I thought was special, and I mentioned this to the team in the locker room, Alex was elite today. Talk about what doesn't show up in the stat sheet, the way he carried himself over the last 4 days, what he demanded from his teammates and from everybody in practice, how he stood up and fought for our program, our season, how he led. And then he was the same guy today. And it was great that he had a chance to make those 2 free throws. But I thought his talk and his energy, his physicality against, they've got some wings that are really good. I thought he did a great job, and that was outstanding.
With less than 3 minutes to go, the crowd mostly was all standing up, cheering as loud as they could. What can you say to how that got the energy onto those on the court?
Yeah, it's awesome. Our guys feel it. I mean, especially those last sequences when we needed to stop and everybody's on their feet, giving that encouragement. It goes a long way. Again, that's something else that don't show up. So I loved our student crowd today. And hopefully, as now we're back in school and, we got some great games coming up. Hopefully we can get Gerson rocking, but they were awesome today and they helped us.
Any additional questions?
Coach, just curious, I know, just coming off this one, but just curious about high-level thoughts on Saturday.
Yeah, I've had a chance to watch a little bit of San Diego simply because of some of the opponents we've played, they had played, and although I wasn't completely locked in on them, Coach Lav, he always gets his group to respond and they play for him. And again, that's what we just talked about here. This game was great. It has nothing to do with Saturday. That's a whole nother issue, a whole nother set of problems they present. So we've got to be good on a short prep tomorrow, and we got to be ready for another dogfight because his teams play extremely hard.
So Caleb was extremely consistent jumper after jumper. Can you speak to what his momentum did to you guys building off of that?
Yeah, I thought Caleb really carried us for a long time offensively tonight. When we needed to end a run, when we started runs, he can really get to a spot on the floor. And when you call something for him, you feel good about him getting a good shot. And tonight I thought he got a lot of good shots for